Hey, what's good with y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Wrestling Geek, back with another banger for y'all today, man. And today's video is about Roman Reigns and potentially him being top 5 all time. And it's a strong case with the tribal chief character that he played for the past 3 years and portrayed so perfectly well. He really does has a case for being top 5 all time. Now, currently, my current top 5 all time: Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold, Rock, Cena. It's my current top 5, but I'm really kind of pushing somebody out and sliding Roman in there because he's really put the work in these past 3 years. This 3-year run that he just had and literally just ended at WrestleMania 40 has probably been some of the best wrestling we've ever seen all time. The dude's character was phenomenal. His way with the crowd was great. His in-ring skills were solid, and then his mic work flawless. It's something about Roman, at least Tribal Chief Roman, that he has with the aura. He has the ability to put the crowd in the palm of his hands, and he just has a way of entertaining people and keeping them, I guess, freshly live throughout the entire segment in which he's at. Whether it's a short 2-minute segment or 20-minute promo or just a quick little backstage little clip thing like they do from time to time, anything he does is solid. It's solid work. It moves, it flows. It's really like he's pushing top 5, might be 5. Cena might slide out. And I know a lot of people are thinking, are you crazy? John Cena's a 16-time world champion. Why would you slide him off Roman Reigns? Super Cena was a thing. Don't get it twisted. That 06, 08, I believe Cena was a thing. He dominated on a different level. Rock is the Rock. It's like, can you really take him out of the top 5? You can, but it's like, this is the Rock we're talking about. Like, one of the most charismatic characters of all time. Stone Cold, same thing. Carried the company on his back for a while. Him and the Vince story, probably thing that possibly saved WWE, honestly, from losing that war with WCW. Shawn Michaels, listen to me. Shawn Michaels is probably, in my opinion, might be the greatest in the ring of all time. I think he's the greatest in-work ringer, if that makes sense, of all time. I think he's the best. I think he doesn't have any competition for that spot. And I know it's crazy, but I think Shawn Michaels, it might be the best overall all time. Like, if it wasn't for The Undertaker being my personal GOAT, I think Shawn Michaels will be number 1. But Roman Reigns is pushing top 5. If he comes back, when he comes back, and he has another solid run again, he could be pushing top 5 territory. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that. I know people, they probably think Seth Rollins is better. And at one point, I even had Seth Rollins better. I can't remember the exact video, but I had Seth Rollins ahead of Roman at the time. But things change, man. And one great storyline, which spanned 3 years, by the way, can change everything. It all started with Jimmy and Jay manipulating them, bringing them into the family. They ran shot for a while, winning at WrestleMania 37 against Daniel Bryan and Edge. Great match, double pin both of them. Then we moved forward. Well, first of all, it started with Bray Wyatt, and then he took the title from him, and we pretty much got to where the step I just talked about. Then we just keep going on and on and on. Then we get to the Clash of the Castle, Solo. We finally get introduced to him. Boom, that story's great. The Brock Lesnar stuff was, I don't really care for the Brock Lesnar, but it's whatever. It's still in there. I mean, Roman he's been on a different level, man. Those 3-year run, that might be one of the greatest. That might be the greatest single run I have ever seen in my life. Like, the dude didn't have to be on TV. He showed up when he felt like it, and it was in his contract pretty much. And when he showed up, it was electrifying. Like, people showed up for Roman. When they advertised Roman, people came. They came anyway. But when Roman's there, when you're that guy, that top traction guy, this is what Vince wanted, but we rejected because, oh, I'm the big dog. This is my yard. Y'all, like, that's garbage. We didn't like that. We like the tribal chief. We like the head of the table. This is the Roman that was charismatic. They got over with the fans in a heelish way, but it still got over. He still got cheers. So Roman is Roman, man. And that's why I think this tribal chief, head of the table, family saga that they've had and still possibly going might slide into SummerSlam. I might make a video on that too about SummerSlam predictions. But this whole bloodline thing has probably been the best. This isn't probably. The bloodline storyline was the best thing WWE had put out in over a decade. It's not close. Especially the mid to late 2010s was kind of mid. It was kind of bad. The 2010 in general was up and down, a lot more bad than good. But the Bloodline storyline is the greatest thing WWE has produced, or at least before we got to a red now. But before we got to a red now with Triple H era, the Bloodline story is the greatest thing WWE had produced in over a decade. Don't care what anybody says. Not gonna argue with you. Hit me in the comment section. You can miss me with all that BS. It is the greatest thing ever. And Roman is the reason why it's great, because his character is great. He's charismatic. He's great with the mic, like I say. He's great in the ring. He's just great development era from where he once was 10 years ago to where he's at now. To still wearing the Shield gear and all that garbage to head of the table. New gear, new shoes, kind of the same shoes and pants, but it's still Roman Reigns. The allure of Roman Reigns is different from what it once was. And you can thank him going full on blown heel for that. If he never does that, we don't get the beautiful Bloodline story. If he never does that, we don't get main event Jey Uso. If he never does that, we don't get Solo. We don't get where we are now with the Bloodline, and we don't get whatever the heck Jimmy's playing right now, but he's out, and it's all for good reason. And we're also not going to get, if we didn't get the Bloodline or Roman going heel, we also wouldn't have got the greatest title reign in modern day history. And I'm assuming we're going to get some type of war games with the Bloodline family, which is cooking up. I hope that's where we're going. But without Roman, none of this stuff is possible. Without him going heel and having the greatest character of the decade, well, obviously the decade, but in the past, pretty much the past decade, nothing's touching this guy. So, I just want to make a quick video about Roman Reigns. I think he's really that good. His deliverance on the mic is way better. His skill, his ability to just not mock the crowd, but like I said in the beginning, bro, pretty much have them in the palm of his hand, and he can just have them on the edge of their seats, just ready to and see what he's gonna say next. He might not even say nothing. He'll let the feel of the crowd just flow through, and it's like his allurance, his aura of just being there. It's just good, man. And that's really that's pushing prime John Cena. We're talking Super Cena level, man. Super Cena had the crowd like this. He didn't have to talk. He put the mic up, and they just go crazy. ECW One Night Stand was probably the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life as a kid. That was probably crazy. So Roman in Ontario versus Sami Zayn, I think it was Ontario versus Sami Zayn Elimination Chamber 2 years ago, last year, one of them. Insane. He's got that type of heat, man. He had that type of heat. The story, and I think the one reason I would put him 5 over Cena only because of this Bloodline story, man. The stories, it told stories, and even the ending. As much as I didn't care for the WrestleMania match, I thought it was a little overbooked, but it was still a good ending. It was still a good way for the Tribal Chief to end it, and maybe when he comes back, he goes full blown babyface. So I just think Roman Reigns is potentially pushing top 5. I would like to put him over Cena, as much as I love Cena. He grew up, it's my favorite wrestler besides CM Punk. I'm gonna, as a matter of fact, as statement of this video, Roman Reigns is a top 5 wrestler. If you don't like it, miss me with them comments. Don't argue with me. Don't cry about it. I don't want to hear it. Roman Reigns is the top 5 wrestler all time, and you can thank the Bloodline storyline for it. But if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. If you like me talking about videos like this about single people, I'm always down for it. And like I said, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, like the shorts, follow me on all social medias. Link will be in the description for that. And we out, man. Appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate the love and the little growth we're getting. I appreciate y'all, man.